Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 211 for the 2nd of July. My name's Lone Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
I do apologise. I started the show as you were about to say something, but
No, it's fine.
it's fine. Okay. Happy July 1st to all our Canadian viewers. It's Canada Day, or it was Canada Day yesterday.
July 1st?
July 1st, yep.
This is the 2nd.
I know. Well, we don't have a show on the 1st.
Ah, right, okay. From yesterday.
But it's July 1st weekend. It's the entire weekend. So you've either
Right.
if you work in Canada, you either get the Friday or the Monday off, or one of the days in between. So
you've got tomorrow off, do you?
I had Friday off as well.
Oh,
Boss said if you're not coming in Friday, don't bother coming in Monday. Woohoo! 4-day weekend.
brilliant. Can't beat that. We never get that. We always just get one of the days.
One of the days. Well,
Yeah.
it's the company I work for, so we get extended weekends. So we get
We're taking extended weekends.
Every quarter we get an extra day at the weekend, so it's quite nice. It's nice, nice wee bonus, nice wee Brucey bonus to
That's
sort
nice.
of mental health and all that kind of stuff. So it's
Well,
very important.
it's very
Mental health
important.
is health,
It's
as we keep saying in this podcast.
was it mental health awareness week? Just there.
There was I can't remember.
I'll tell you what it is today, though.
Uh-huh.
It's
Sunday.
UFO day today. UFO awareness day or something.
Is it?
Something like that.
Yeah. Are people aware of UFOs?
Oh well, they are, and it's
Was there not a bunch
I want to believe.
declassified or something? Or do you have that poster?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you should. Maybe
I know.
I'll get that for you for your birthday.
Yeah.
Sign by Fox Mulder.
Yeah, well, there's more and more stuff coming out. A lot of it's fake though, which bugs me. There was a thing on. I watched a thing today, and it's like a grey alien, but it's clearly
Guy in a suit.
CGI or but a bit of both.
See, that's the thing is you can't believe anything these days. You can't believe people. See, when it was it. Don't believe. What was it? Don't believe anything you hear, and only half believe the things you see.
Yeah,
something like that. I can't remember what the quote is, but it's There's like a lot of fakes on like TikTok and things like that of audio of people saying things, and it's not the people saying the things.
Well, that's AI for you.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
The big giveaway with the grey alien was the fact it was 6 foot tall,
and he was called Jeff.
Yeah, Paul. Paul.
No,
but grey aliens are meant to be like that height.
They're 3 foot and they've got a big head and they look like Thor from Stargate.
Yeah. So anyway, that gave it away.
They're the Asgards. I like that fact that they're the Asgards, the grey aliens. And
have you seen, or sorry, have you heard any of the AI stuff that's going about just now? There's like on, for example, Liam Gallagher singing the whole of Noel Gallagher's first new album.
Yeah,
you heard that?
I've heard things. I've not heard that. But I've heard like AI versions of the Beatles singing. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Right, Freddie Mercury singing Adele songs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot of really good stuff out there. Freddie's dead.
Mm-hmm. Apologies to those who didn't know, but it happened a long time ago. Like 30
Spoilers.
years ago, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago.
1991, I think.
So that's 32 years ago.
I should know really because I just watched the movie again.
Oh, did you?
Uh-huh.
We need something that the people can join in to. We need a song like that.
Yeah. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since we spoke to each other because you've been away.
It has, yeah. So, So the first time was we did a show in between. We did one on Tuesday with James.
We did. So it's just been a week.
So it's just been a week, yeah. Well, a little over a week, but So last week I was on a boat, and so I was fishing in the middle of Lake Ontario.
Nice.
You could quite clearly see the forest fire smoke.
Of course, you got fires. in Canada.
It's all happening. Thunderstorms and everything tonight. So we're out in the middle of Lake Ontario, which is huge. It's massive. I think you can fit like 3 Great Britons inside this lake. It's a big lake, and we're just floating there in the middle, and we look around, and it's just smoke. We're just surrounded by smoke, and it was kind of at one point the boat the music died down in the boat, and it went eerily quiet, and all you could hear was like the of the water, and there was nothing else. Then I was like, "Ooh, this is a bit apocalyptic." And then the music started up again.
So the water was boiling.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the world.
Caught a fish.
Did you?
I caught a fish. An actual.
What size? In actual fact, was it?
It was this size. It was maybe 1.5 feet. It was like 18 inches. That was the smallest fish that we all caught. Everybody caught a fish.
Right.
That mine was a rainbow trout, because I think that's the most prevalent one that's in Lake Ontario. There's trout and there's rainbow trout. Apparently, there's a difference between the mouth. The guy was telling me anyway. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, and you're kissing it,
and it's like that. And a couple of guys caught salmon, which I didn't know you could get in Lake Ontario. Apparently, you can get Lake Ontario.
So, did you throw them? Did you throw them back, or did you eat them?
I didn't eat them. I don't like freshwater fish. I'm not a fan of freshwater fish. So I gave them to a guy on the boat who does like fish. So
and he ate them.
He ate them.
Ah,
I'm not sure.
In front of you.
I'm not
like the penguin in Batman Returns.
That's right. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure I'd eat anything out of Lake Ontario, but I've seen what gets dumped in it.
No.
The Americans were having a problem with their sewage works, and they just opened the floodgates. Not good.
America's dumping ground.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
They frequently close beaches because of the high fecal count.
Oh, we're talking feces matter. Fecal matter.
The fecal index.
Yeah. Well, who would have thought we'd have got to that from the start of that conversation?
Well, I mean, it's a different kind of poop that we talk normally.
Pretty much. For sure.
Shall we crack on with the show?
Yeah, I think so.
Sad news. We start with, and the BBC. I mean, seriously, I know this might have been the last movie that he was a big star in, but really, Little Miss Sunshine actor, Alan Arkin, who's
what a legend
in Catch-22. He was in Glengarry Glen Ross, Little Miss Sunshine, obviously.
Edward
Scissorhands, Argo, Kaminsky Method. I mean, this guy worked. He was in everything.
I loved Alan Arkin, actually. I think I had a real love for him.
He
as an actor.
He was just really good. Like when you saw him on TV, when you were sitting watching TV, you were sitting like this, and then you saw Alan Arkin on, you were like, "Oh, cool."
Something dead likable about him. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what it was. Just
it's the same as another Alan. What's his name? Oh God, what's his name? All I can think of is Alan Arkin now. Alan, not
Rickman.
No.
It could be here for a long time. Somebody
could
comment, please.
Hawkeye.
Well, Alan Alda.
Alan Alda, that's him. Grief. Same as Alan Alda as well. That kind of thing.
Alan Alda wasn't in that many films, though. Not as much as
Alan Arkin. Alan Arkin, like I said, he worked. But Alan Alda was
likable.
He was likable. Even when he was the bad guy in Tower Heist, he was still likable.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad to say that we've lost another great.
It was 89.
89, yeah.
89.
So, I mean,
not a bad age, unless you're 88. It's not a great age.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's a good age.
Yes, yeah.
Really.
That's so yeah, Steve Carell, Abigail Breslin, Alan Arkin.
Was it natural causes or was it?
I think it's just natural causes. Yeah.
Long illness.
He was fantastic as well in Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, what a great film! Brilliant.
Which is a great movie as well. But
Cracking film.
sad to see him go.
Yeah.
Box office. So we've been keeping tabs. This is our tabs.
It's a regular part now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the screen big here so I can see all this. See how we're doing.
I can make
this is not going the way that I thought it was going to go. I have to say.
This is not going the way that I thought it was going to go either. But here we are. There's a couple of things. So The Flash, first of all, it continues its disappointing run at the global box office,
which is a real shame. It really is.
Well.
It is a cracking film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really, really loved it. Actually, I think it's the Ezra factor now.
I think it is. I think it is
because every single review mentioned it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, problem star, that kind of stuff.
So that is it in a nutshell. I think
coffin. Warner Brothers that can't seem to catch a break, can it? Recently,
no.
Just everything seems to be going wrong for it.
No. Well, that's the last. That's the last in the DCEU anyway.
Because James Gunn said that this is where the DCEU starts is Superman Legacy.
Yeah. So that's the last kind of Zack Snyder verse thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it's a shame. It's a really cracking film. They just got unlucky with their lead star. So
I mean, yeah.
It's great to see Michael Keaton back, and it's a shame.
Yeah. And then
so so let's see the results here. So is this just domestic? You've got in
no,
here?
This is worldwide.
Right. Okay.
This is worldwide. So we'll get to this one in just a second, Indiana Jones, but so The Flash there, which was the previous was June 16th, so it's been a couple of weeks since there's been
movies. It's really not doing well.
Elemental is 191 million. I mean, it probably cost 200 million to make this thing.
I think that looks really good as well.
Elemental? Do you?
Yeah.
What if Elements had feelings? I think Pixar's
lost it.
I really do.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with the Elemental stuff. When I first saw it on D23 or whatever it was, I was like, do you know why D23 is called D23?
Disney?
Yeah, it was the year he came to Hollywood, 1923.
Oh, is it always 23?
Yeah, it's D23.
D23 because it was this year?
No, it's D23 because that's why it's 100 years of Disney.
All right, okay. I thought it was D22 last year. D20. Okay.
Do you know his family actually comes from a homestead, like 100 kilometers that way?
Really?
Yeah, Ontario. Their origin is Ontario.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think they're taking a wee trip out there, see what it's like. I'll pass by the town of Ailsa Craig on my way.
Never. Really?
Not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Right, let's see the rest of this here.
So going back up the list, so we get Asteroid City, which is
that was never going to set the world alight that anyway, was it?
No.
But it probably only cost about 2.7 million to make it. So
probably, yeah.
Well, not even. God, it probably cost about. I mean, that's a success. It probably cost about $1 million, maybe.
Yeah.
To make.
Well, I mean, he's still making movies, so I think they'll still. I mean, for every 2 of these, they get a Fantastic Mr. Fox that does crazy money. So
but look at movies that we spoke about this before. The Blumhouse movies, they make them for real cheap. Real
cheap.
I mean, that Megan movie.
Yeah.
God, that turned around a few $100,000, didn't it?
Oh yeah. No, they did really well.
Megan. But they only made it for like 50.
Yeah.
About less than $1 million or something. 800,000, I think.
Let me look it up. Wikipedia. What does Wikipedia said? It cost
200 million. I mean,
oh my God. How much do you think that it cost them to make?
I think it cost $800,000.
To make? No.
Well, all right, $500,000.
It was 12 million. It was a budget of 12 million, which is nothing.
Oh, 12 million
in today's yeah, 12 million it cost to make. Yeah.
Did it? All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
God,
think of all the
off.
CGI that's involved in it.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
And then, well, and they also shot 2 movies as well. So there is a NC-17 version of this movie kicking around.
Right.
There's a PG-13 version. There's an NC-17 version.
Yeah.
So they cut 2 versions of the movie.
Right.
180 million at the box office.
There you go. That's success. Doesn't sound like it. But it bloody is.
But it is. I mean, if you're like, was that 10xing your budget? That's not bad.
All right. I wonder how much it costs then Asteroid City to make, because Asteroid City is very visually.
Yeah.
You know. Wes Anderson.
Budget 25 million.
All right.
So he's not broken even at all now.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the TikTok videos that they made. That costs a few quid to make.
Yeah, they'll probably need to make a few more million on it. Yeah. Yep. Transformers. It's not exactly set in the world of light either.
It's not, but it's got 300 more than it did. So it's made 300 in a month.
Not bad.
So that's not bad. Well, less than a month, so that's not bad.
Spider-Verse still hanging in there.
Spider-Verse is it's doubled its opening weekend, so it's still going strong.
And I think that's doubled what the original made as well.
I think it is, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Here. Passive Mode faces little competition as The Flash and Dial of Destiny underperform at the box office. We'll get to them in just a second. Song passed 600 million at the global box office after taking in another 13.8 this weekend. So that it's Sony's highest grossing animated film and continues to hold well week over week. So yeah, it's done better than everything else, which includes obviously the first one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well deserved as well. God, what a film! You know, there's so much work in that film. It's off the scale.
Yeah, it's off the chain.
Off the chain, man.
This was James's second movie, which is 500. So why are those numbers there? I should explain. These are the winners and losers of what we think are going to be the big box office
predictions.
Yeah, our predictions. So James
summer blockbuster predictions.
Yeah, said that Little Mermaid would be number 2. Right now, it's not even the top 5. I think.
No.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh. It's got legs though. It's
there you go. I'll give you a ding.
Maybe not the best thing to say about it, but yeah, it's still running. I don't know how else to say
swimming laps around the competition.
It's still going strong.
Yeah.
Then we've got.
People can obviously fathom why people are watching this.
Fast X has done pretty well.
Really. I'm assuming they're going to make a sequel.
Yeah. I think if it had bombed, they'd have been. Well, I think they're tied into making the sequel anyway because it's part 1 of 2, isn't it?
3. The last.
Oh, that's right. Sorry,
the last one.
They're stretching out
there.
Yeah.
Which I think is noble. I mean, I like the Fast movies. They're not. Like they're not going to change the world. They're not going to set any new records or win an Oscar or whatever it is. But they're fun movies.
Yeah.
Like we need fun movies as well as hard hitting movies, and all of these blockbusters here are all fun movies.
Some are blockbusters,
with the exception of maybe Oppenheimer, which is bizarre. The fact that they're releasing that in the summer, but never mind.
That's not going to be a fun time, but I'm looking forward to it.
No,
it's going to be interesting.
And then finally we get Guardians of the Galaxy, which is it's getting up there for the billion.
Yep.
Do you think it'll get there?
No, I think it'll fall short. And then a big release this week.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you who's going to fall short. You and me.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Unless word of mouth brings it up there, but I mean, we'll talk about
Maybe.
it later. Anyway, because
Yeah,
we both were compelled to go and see it
we
this
were. Yeah,
weekend
I was.
because it's Indy.
Yeah, I was saying to Jody before we came on. I said it was like we were like the bugs in Wreck It Ralph. Like they turned on the light and it was like, oh, gotta
Yeah,
keep going. Uh,
shiny.
shiny, shiny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is really underperforming at the box office. It was
Mm-hmm.
152 out of a $250 million budget,
Mm-hmm.
which is not good for an opening weekend. You kind of want to at least get the budget out that weekend, because that's when you take a dip. Because remember that every dollar after the opening weekend, the studio earns 50% of that. So you
Yeah.
only earn 50 cents on every dollar after that. So the studio
Mm.
makes its money on the first weekend,
Mm.
and then after that, it's diminishing
Yeah.
returns.
Yeah.
So yeah, not great. So disappointingly low numbers both domestically and internationally.
Does it say how much it costs to make that film? Probably costs quite a lot.
250 million,
Yeah, quite a lot.
and it's made 152.
It
So
looks like a
100.
250 million movie.
It
To be
really
fair,
does. Yeah,
it
it does. Yeah,
really does. I I think it's got potential though
to keep going.
to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Do you
hope the
think?
word of mouth, keeps it up there.
Do you think people are put off because of the Crystal Skull?
Possibly, there'll be certainly Indiana Jones fans that are like that. No, there's 3 Indiana Jones movies and that's it. You
Do you
know,
think? Do you think maybe there's? Well, we can talk about this actually when we get to
yeah,
Indiana Jones. Let's leave it. Let's keep watching, and we'll
yeah,
circle around
hmm
to our discussion about Indiana
yeah.
Jones.
So the next big one, and I think James is probably right that especially word of mouth that's happening for Mission Impossible right now.
Mm,
Um, this is going to be a big one,
yeah.
and that is July the 12th
Yes.
release.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Which
that's
is
going to be a big
quite a
one.
wee bit. Yeah. The I saw a trailer for it today in the cinema, which I have to tell you about my cinema experience today. It was very different to previous times I've been to the cinema. This Barbie movie looks real fun.
It does. I tell you what, that is a real one that has come out. Well, I know it's not come out of nowhere, but for me, everyone's talking about it,
Yeah,
and the trailer looks really good. And
I'd hate to be
Oppenheimer
going
looks
up.
really good as well.
I'd hate to be going up against Oppenheimer that weekend,
Mm.
or
But
I'd hate
people
to
are,
be Oppenheimer going up
but
against
like I
Barbie.
was saying the last time we spoke, there's this internet thing about doing it as a double bill.
Yeah,
You know, so
yeah, true. Yeah, yeah.
th-
Are
that
they
could, you know,
are they both Warner Brothers? Oops.
don't think so. I think so. I don't think Christopher Nolan's with Warner Brothers anymore. I think they fell
Oh,
out.
isn't he? Oh, okay.
No.
It is Warner Brothers Pictures. Barbie's Warner Brothers.
Uh-huh.
Oppenheimer film is Universal Pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, he fell out with Warner Brothers. I think it was
Okay.
all to do with the whole lockdown thing, putting his movie onto streaming.
Mm.
He's a cinema man. He's not a
Yeah, he's not.
he's
He's
not
a
about the streaming.
movie dude.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
So no, so I think that will go in their favour. This thing that's happening and Mission
Mm.
Impossible. But there's too many. Do you know the real problem about some of these movies, how good they are and stuff like that? The real problem is there's too many blockbusters that are
Yeah.
actually going to be really good. So people are maybe picking and choosing what they're going to go
What
and
they're gonna
see.
go and watch? Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, God, apart
Well,
from Little Mermaid, I'd probably go and see every single one of those.
well, to be honest, I mean, out of all of the ones that have gone so far, I've seen that one. I've only seen Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, I know.
But again, that's because I was compelled to do it.
Yeah, I've seen Guardians. I've seen Spider-Man. I've seen Flash. I've seen Indiana Jones.
Yeah. But I want to go and see Mission
Oh yeah.
Impossible.
Oh,
It's a cruise movie.
Oh man, that's the trailer looks off the scale.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It looks amazing, and it's meant to be amazing as well.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a great one for the cinema. It'll
And
need
the
to be
band's
seen in the
back.
cinema.
I think it's it's the usual cast that are in it as well. So it's not just Tom Cruise. It's everybody else.
Yeah.
So, everybody's back.
Haunted Mansion looks not bad. I saw the trailer for that today at the cinema.
I saw the trailer for that
okay.
and I was like, that looks really good. Like
right.
I like the Eddie Murphy one. But this is it's Rosario Dawson seems to be the main character in this one.
She is.
I thought it looked amazing. Like the whole
looked pretty good, yeah.
It's got all the things from the ride. There's a bit in it where she gets pulled down the stairs. I think it's not Tiffany Haddish that gets pulled down the stairs. She's the clairvoyant woman. She gets pulled down the stairs, but it looks like she's going down the stairs in a doom buggy from the ride because it's got like the big high back cover thing on it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of kind of Easter egg type things there. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Raiders of the Lost Ark had a $70 million budget in today's money.
There you go.
That's nothing.
I know.
That's nothing.
But I would suggest that the special effects that went into Dial of Destiny are much more. I mean, the whole opening sequence, that was kind of
the
de-aging thing.
Yeah.
Is de-aging the same thing as deep fake? So it's different.
It almost entirely the same.
Is it just because somebody owns the term deep fake?
I don't think anyone owns the term deep fake. Deep fake is just a term for faking an actor or someone and pretending to be deep fake's passing someone off.
Somebody created the software, so it owns the sort of. So I think it is a term,
I'm pretty sure the guy that said, "Hey, I can do a better Luke Skywalker than you guys." I think he works for Lucasfilm.
He does because he did the Luke in season 2.
Yes.
He did Luke, and it looked obviously a million times better.
Not season 2, Book of Boba Fett. But yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, season 2.5.
Season 2.5, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he did this one as well because.
And it was. Yeah.
Spoilers for later on. By the way, if you haven't seen Indiana Jones,
we're going to spoil the hell out of it.
Spoil the hell out of it. Later on, but we'll get to what we're watching. Our stories here. This one here. For me, I thought was interesting. HBO is potentially inking a deal with Netflix so that Netflix will have access to HBO content.
Interesting.
Yeah, but not. We don't know anything about it. That's the thing. We don't know anything about what the deal is going to be.
So did you say HBO is going to get Netflix content?
No. HBO is going to have its content on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, so that's interesting.
So I don't know what market it's going to be in, or if it's just going to be an American thing, whatever it is. But this is
that might be a wee. That might be a wee bolt on. Then the same as Prime do that a lot, don't they? With Crave and stuff like that. Do you reckon?
Maybe.
And Disney have got it as well with Hulu and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, I get what you mean now. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
It's not called Hulu here and Disney.
No, it's Star.
It's Star.
It's called Star here as well.
Is it Star?
Yeah, it's Star. Yeah, because you get the buttons along the top.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't cost any extra that though. But Prime are terrible for extra subscriptions. Paramount Plus and all that stuff.
And you got Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars,
National
Geographic,
Disney you've got?
Star. No.
How have you not got Hulu?
Because it's Hulu. Canada.
All right. Sorry, is that an American thing? Man? I see.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Got the Kardashians, no way.
Woohoo!
Secret Invasion. Oh yeah, I watched that. That's another thing I watched.
Aye.
Um,
We were supposed to do a show about that, but then we watched the first episode.
and we
But
were
I think
all
we
like,
probably should start doing it. I think
I think. I don't know.
maybe just a wee round table, catch up.
Round table, yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
So I don't know what it's going to be here. Nobody knows. They're just saying that they're in talks, and they're going to be putting out there. But what I thought was interesting though was streaming services paid subscriptions was one of the tables here.
James,
what? James, what do we think?
Yo,
What did we see?
yo, James.
I can't remember now. So Netflix is still the king of the streaming services at 232 million subscribers, global. Disney's 157, which is still trailing. But to be honest,
that's new. Netflix have been there forever.
I know, but and some of the content it has as well. I struggle finding content on Netflix. Like they've got a few things. They've got a few things that have come out now, but like it's very, very few and far between. Like Black Mirror, but again, I blasted through that in a day.
Me too.
Like it was gone in the evening. That was it. We started at 6 o'clock. And we went through to midnight.
I'd say that's your fault. That's not Netflix's fault.
No, that's very much Netflix.
You did that in a day.
Aye. Yeah, me and Sam.
Wow.
Me and Sam. That was our Saturday night. Was Black Mirror.
Crikey.
And then they got another couple of things as well. They got the American Gladiators documentary, which looks good.
Yep.
But I find I watch more documentaries than I do anything else on Netflix.
I think lately there's not been that much. I mean, there's been Extraction 2, which I've not watched. But
I've not watched that either.
I probably will.
Yeah, first one was okay.
Yeah, it was alright. I think Prime have got more stuff just now. You know, although kind of that's what happens, doesn't it? It's like Prime at the moment have got more kind of things that you can watch, and then they'll have nothing, and then Netflix will overtake and have stuff. But I mean, Disney have come from nothing, so they've built quite quickly. But I don't think they're going to build. They're not going to build much more than that.
I mean, they've got all right to do a show about Secret Invasion.
Oh, I see. Let's do that Tuesday. We'll talk later, James. But yeah, Tuesday. Let's do a wee round table.
Aye. We recap or something. Yeah, maybe that's an idea, is to do it every like couple of episodes, just do a recap of the 2 episodes. Anyhow, the Netflix, I like them for the documentaries. Everything else I'm a bit kind of like about the content's not been great recently.
Yeah, that's just your personal preference. No, I've not actually 100%. Seen anything.
You're right.
I've not seen anything though that I've really been excited about on Netflix, particularly lately. So, and Disney are, you know, they do pump out some good Star Wars content and Marvel content, but the other stuff they pump out is that kind of, you know, is just.
Oh, the kids stuff.
I mean, it's family orientated and stuff.
It's not for your kid.
But it's not for, you know. So sometimes I think to myself, why am I paying for this? Because nobody's watching any of these shows in my house, you know.
Yeah.
But
so what shows is it? So what shows do you watch as a family? Do you watch any shows as a family now?
I just don't know if I should tell you.
Why?
Because I'm probably.
Is it Bluey?
Well, we're watching the Santa Clarita Diet again.
Oh, aye.
But Danny's watching it with us this time.
Okay.
And we're watching Last of Us together again as well.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you.
Anyway. Just cut that bit out.
Okay, I'll cut that bit out.
Yeah, it's
fine.
So yeah, that's the kind of shows we're watching.
Good news though.
Very good
Tron
news.
3 goes into production later this summer with Evan Peters and Jared Leto.
Excellent.
Which I'm a bit worried about the Jared Leto thing, but it's Evan Peters.
He's going to be the baddie, clearly.
Well, I know he's going to be the baddie.
He's good. I think Jared Leto was brilliant.
I'm a bit sad the fact they're not getting Sam Flynn in again. I thought that'd been good to get him.
I find that odd, actually.
Yeah.
Because the end of the second one, basically, the Tron had made it into the real world, didn't they?
Yeah. That was the whole point. Yeah.
Spoilers.
In fact, there was a movie I was watching the other day there, and I was like, "This is the plot of Tron Legacy."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" And it was a big movie. Oh God, what the hell was it? Oh, that's gonna bug me now. Because I remember thinking this distinctly. I'm going like, so is this charismatic leader gets everyone together as a grand army, and they decide they're going to take over? That's what it was. It was Quantumania.
All right. Okay.
It's Quantumania. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, I suppose
they're in a micro world, and they're trying to get into the macro world.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's got them all amassed as well to take over. That was the movie. I was sitting thinking about it, and I'm like, "Yep."
You're right.
Only Tron Legacy was better.
I loved it. I love Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy is a great.
I'd actually say it was better than the first one, Tron Legacy.
Yeah. Because when they go into computer world, that's when it goes into 3D and it goes into.
That's right. So it did in the cinema.
Well.
That's right. We saw that in IMAX.
Yeah.
Because that bit was shot in IMAX as well. I don't know if the full thing was. It was just that.
Just that bit. Yeah. Have you had the racket of IMAX cameras?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah. It's crazy. Anyway, so it took 28 years to get Tron Legacy, and it's only taken us 14 to get
that's all right.
Tron 3. So, you know.
I like a bit of Evan Peters, though. He's a cracking actor.
Evan Peters is good. If only he'd been busy recently, and, you know, I don't know what he's been up to.
Yeah, he's a busy boy.
So, yeah, it's good. Jared Leto.
Not a fan. Did you not like him? Did you not like him in Blade Runner?
He's okay.
I thought he was
good. Yeah, no,
he's
good. He's good in Blade Runner. He's great in American Psycho. Hey, Paul.
God, I can't even remember him in that.
Yeah, he's the guy that what's his name? Kills.
Jason
murder.
Bateman.
Jason Bateman, that's the one. Yeah.
Not is it Jason Bateman? Christian Bale's character.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking about hip to be square.
Oh yeah. What's James Petty? God, we're putting all these comments up.
I know. We're putting these comments up. I don't know.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah, Tron Legacy.
I'm assuming he means. I think he means Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
Should really get somebody to control these.
I know.
All these millions of comments.
Also, I think there's a bit of a delay as well.
Think
in us going out, yeah, I think so.
Oh right, maybe.
And we also talk too fast.
Do we?
I think so. I think that's part of the problem.
Oh, the Tron animated show, James is saying.
Oh, I never watched. Oh, right, okay.
I never watched that actually.
Yeah.
Do you know what's actually just when we're talking about shows on Netflix? Do you know what's meant to be good? The Skull Island animation. I'm going to watch some of that tonight. Actually, it's meant to be really good.
Okay.
So the Tron animation must be on Disney.
Yep, Tron Uprising. I think I watched a bit of it. Yeah,
I don't think I watched that. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. It was on. Yeah, that was it. It was their kind of flagship show in XD.
Do you know? See, some of the. This is what kind of annoys me that these shows go under the radar, and sometimes they're actually the quality and story writing and character is better than the stuff. I mean, see, I've been rewatching Rebels,
the Bad Batch.
Well, yeah, but I've been rewatching Rebels, and that's just class Star Wars stuff. That it's absolute class, But nobody really talks about it because it's animation, or they dismiss it and they go, "Nah, I'm not watching that.
That's a
animation."
I mean, anime is not a kids show.
Anime.
A lot of anime is not a kids
Oh,
show.
anime. Sorry,
Akira's not
in general.
Akira's not a
Aye.
kids show.
No, not at
A
all.
kids movie. So
Do you remember that?
Why can't animation? Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah. Well, I know. I mean, these kind of things are changing that, but do you remember that Gantz that we watched?
Ganzo, yeah, that's a
Gantz.
great movie as well.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Stunning.
Yeah, that was a series of manga in Japan. Yeah,
Oh,
and
was it?
They made that movie, and I think they made another one where they had a TV show of it. But yeah, that was nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I can't remember. I think it was. I was watching the Corridor Crew, and they were talking about it. And then I said to you about it. Let's watch this, and we both watched it. I think.
Yeah.
I think we both watched it the same night, but obviously in separate countries.
Yeah.
And then we spoke about it. It's nuts. Great.
It's a great
movie.
Great anime.
No real story, but it's just nuts.
No, but
amazing.
I mean, it's kind of reminiscent as well of the horde mode in Gears of War, where you get plonked on a map and you kill one guy, comes in ambling, you shoot him, and then two guys. It's two guys and a heavy weapons guy, and it's two heavy weapons guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But still good. Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Game coming out. Let's play the
trailer
for it.
I think it's a tech demo, the game trailer, really. I don't think it really shows you much. There's no gameplay, I don't think, in it.
But did they not do 12 minutes or whatever it was?
Oh, did they?
I think so,
really?
Yeah.
All right, okay. But I'll tell you what, the visuals and everything are spot on.
Really good,
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
If they did 12 minutes, then I'm in. Did you play that at all?
No, I haven't. It's actually free on Netflix now.
Is it?
Yep.
It's on your Xbox arcade thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Have you played any games on Netflix? Like, there's Netflix.
I haven't
mobile.
actually.
Yeah, if you go to Netflix mobile, there's a game section, and it just takes you to the asset store, but it's free if you've got a Netflix account. I don't know.
How do you play it? On your tablet or something?
Play it on the tablet or phone or whatever.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Have a wee look at that. That 12 minutes is good. It's well worth playing.
Yeah.
I love the style of this. It looks fantastic. It looks a little bit stylized. It's not like 100%, photogenic, photographic.
There's a Tron.
Photorealistic. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's a Mike Bithell game, Tron Identity, and it's similar as well. So,
right.
I don't know if you know Mike Bithell, the guy that did Thomas Was Alone and Surface Circular and those kind of games.
Right. It's pretty funky.
Yeah.
I think, was this out recently and people were thinking, they were getting a bit confused thinking it was the new movie?
I think so, yeah. This is a new one. So I think it's very similar to, it's like choose your path kind of adventure game.
It's a bit like Detroit, the game Detroit.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a.
Although I'd say that's more like a, just a story.
It feels. If I'm looking
Telltale type
here,
game.
Yeah, it feels like kind of Telltale and Subsurface Circular, which is one of his previous games. So people like those games. So
looks nice. That's good.
And then the main attraction.
Hello.
Is the one that will get shouted at by Warners. Is Dune 2.
Dune
Part 2.
Dune.
Yeah, there's Dave Bautista.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's another movie I watched. Man, I watched so many movies in the last couple of weeks.
I bet you. So this is coming out when?
I think it's is it early
August?
next year?
Was it next year? Surely no.
November 3rd. So
November?
Not long. Yeah, November 3rd.
All right, that's not too long. That's
Yeah.
fine. I can wait.
Keep you warm in those cold winter nights.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yes.
Gunny's in it. I gotta say, it's going to be super interesting because the original one was like the abbreviated version, the Dave Lynch one. Was like an abbreviated version of this story, so it's going to kind of cool the fact that we're going to get to see all this kind of stuff played out. I actually watched Dune again recently. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned it in the last episode.
The Villeneuve one.
Yeah, and it's so good. Oh,
Yeah.
Chris Walken.
I like that.
Foo Fighters.
Does it say his father? Your father was a
Weak man or something.
weak man.
Yeah.
He's getting it, by the way.
Yeah.
For saying that.
He is.
This guy's from Prometheus in it as well.
The engineers.
Yeah. Wow. Didn't think they'd make a comeback.
No.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's the weak man line.
You always like a bit of Christopher Walken in a movie.
So, yeah,
last time we saw him was in Severance, I think. His last thing he did that we saw.
That's right. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I mean, John Turturro.
Yep.
That's that bit there where Shaquille goes like. That was Paul Atreides that did that in the previous trailer. And now it's Hardy. Now he sees her in the vision.
Yeah.
No,
looks pretty epic, doesn't it?
Bardem. Oh, there's the big snake in the background. Worm.
Yeah, big worm.
Duke of Arrakis.
His next movie's Willy Wonka, if it ever comes out.
Oh, is it? Another Warner Brothers movie?
Thingy, what do you call him?
Timothy Chalamet.
He must be a Warner Brothers
asset.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all the news we got. So I guess there's only one thing left to ask. So Indiana Jones.
I'll quickly do the ones that aren't in Indiana Jones when we talk about Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I'll mention the things that I watched.
Although I've kind of said what I've been watching anyway.
The Last of Us.
I don't know if I should tell you what we've been watching. Actually,
no, you have to now. You have to.
Well,
we won't judge you.
We've been rewatching the Santa Clarita Diet, which has been a blast. It's been absolutely brilliant, apart from the odd swear word and bit of violence. But it's a great show. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, it's so good. Really, really good. It's really funny. Timothy Olyphant, brilliant in it. Drew Barrymore's brilliant in it. The two kids are great in it. It's just so funny. The humour's dark. It's like a Tim Burton kind of. It's not done like a Tim Burton thing, but it's that kind of dark kind of humour.
Okay.
It's suburbia, but there's something really dark going on.
Yeah.
We have been rewatching Last of Us as well, which has again been fantastic. Really enjoying it second time round. Movie wise, we watched Bohemian Rhapsody again. Watching it again, which is good. I enjoyed it. I definitely think I prefer the Elton John movie, but I did enjoy it. Did I say I've seen that Beau is Afraid?
No.
Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Ari Aster movie, the director of Hereditary and Midsummer. That is my movie of the year. Beau is Afraid. Movie for me, movie of the year. It's 3 hours long.
Okay.
It is so funny. See if you. I was watching a review of it. It was Mark Kermode, and he and he's right what he said. He said, if you do not find this movie funny, then you won't enjoy it. You'll just see it as a kind of what the hell is going on, right?
Right.
But it's so funny. But the humor is very dark.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my movie of the year right now as we speak.
Okay.
And then obviously we watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of what? Hey?
And we'll get to that in a second. I'll just go through the things I watched, and then we can.
All right, okay, do that first then, and
because then otherwise it'll. Yeah.
Right, fine. Right.
So I watched Cocaine Bear.
Oh, did you? No.
It's just a stupid dumb movie. Huge amount of fun.
You enjoyed it then?
Yeah, I thought it was really funny.
Oh, really?
Just dumb.
God, I think James watched it and said that he had to switch it off.
Nah, I thought it was really good.
All right, okay.
It was just fun. And Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, I've seen that.
It's a great movie. I don't have a problem with it. It's not what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
But I really
enjoyed it. Do you know, it does do that though, M. Night. You know, it does do that. You know, that kind of. I think it's a better film than his the old.
I think so. Yeah. Well. It's not written by him. I don't think. I think he adapted it for the screen, but it's not written by him.
Is it not a graphic novel or something?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think it's called like 4 Visit the Cabin or something. It's not called Knock at the Cabin. It's called something else.
Yeah, he's adapted it.
Yeah, but he's done a really good job of it. Dave Bautista, the whole cast is amazing, and I can't really signal anyone out. But Dave Bautista is not playing type in this.
He's brilliant,
and he's fantastic. He plays this mild-mannered teacher, and he's very, very soft-spoken, and I think he loses his temper once, for obvious reasons in the scene, and it fits, and it's just brilliant. But Rupert Grint's in it as well, who plays the angriest man.
Yes, he's great. I think he's a great actor. He's in The Servant. That's an Apple TV just now,
right.
And he's brilliant in it. Okay. He's really great in it. Although he's very similar in Knock at the Cabin as he is in Servant, right?
Okay.
But, yeah, he's very good.
Sam re-subscribed to Disney to Paramount Plus. Through Scream 5 and 6. They're okay. They're fine. It's a Scream movie.
Was that the new ones? The 2 new ones?
New ones, yeah.
Aye.
So I don't know when 5 came out, but 6 was this year, I think. They're exactly the same as every other Scream movie. If you don't like the cast, you're not going to like the movie. It's that simple. It's the same formula. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, the lead character is called Samantha Carpenter, named after John. There's a guy in it called Wes. So it's like
Wes Craven.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like it's got all these like kind of homages to everything. So it's fun. And then TV show wise, I finished Silo. Silo's finished now, not on Apple. 10 episodes, and then I guess they'll do a season 2.
Right.
It was
satisfying.
Very satisfying. Enough of a mystery still left in it, I think.
Okay.
But not in a lost way. Like every time you have these kind of shows, there's always that kind of payoff thing. The Lost one was just, this is just. I mean, clearly
perpetuated the mystery through the whole every single run of seasons,
and it didn't really make any sense. This is you're getting a wee bit every episode, and there's still like even at the end is like but there's so many unanswered questions. So, but it could also be a good ending as well. Like if you just left it at that if they decided not to do a season 2, I think they will. I think they will do a season 2. And then we watched Secret Invasion episode 2 as well, which I thought was better than the first one. It still doesn't feel like Nick Fury, and I don't know if it's an act or not, but
I don't think it feels like him either.
No. Olivia Colman's the best character.
She's brilliant. She's brilliant. She's amazing.
The bit where she goes into the icebox,
yeah,
was great.
She is understated.
Yeah,
understated villain, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
She's always good though.
I don't like the guy that's setting up as a bad guy. I don't think he's the bad guy. And if he is the bad guy, it's a poor choice. The kind of millennial bad guy. It's the same as, I never liked the idea of Kylo Ren as being the bad guy either.
They might do a wee switcheroo though. They did that on.
Maybe
do that one. Oh, and I didn't like it. Oh god, it was the Eternals movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was just didn't make sense.
James Marsden.
Yeah,
is the bad guy. Sorry, spoilers for a 5-year-old movie.
Yeah, that was like that does not make sense.
Yeah,
you know.
Shall we? Let me just throw this up here.
Yes.
Just in case if anyone has not seen Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, now is your time to not watch this. Yeah. Go watch Dial of Destiny.
I don't know if James Baker's still on, but I know he's not seen it.
So if you haven't seen it, stop watching now.
We're going to spoil the hell out of it.
Prepare to lose it all. Do you know what
somebody's added.
You just doubled.
Right. Thanks, James.
Cheers, James. You'll enjoy
it. He's going to go and see it.
Watch it now.
He's going to go and see it this week.
Yeah, go see it at the midnight show.
Yeah.
So the spoilers ahead. So don't
right.
Don't watch beyond this.
Last warning.
Spoilers.
Right. I think he.
All right.
I think he's
okay. First of all, I want to say we went to a different cinema this time round, and the new cinema, the cinema we went to is the one in St. Catharines, and it's got like these stadium seating things, but it's got these premier seats that have got like recliners and stuff like that. And I was like, well, this might be a lot better. So I went into the cinema, none available. I was like, all right, okay. So the only thing that was available was standard seats, and it was at the cinema at the screen. I was like, I mean,
I don't want to be too comfy, though. I don't want to fall asleep.
You know? Well, exactly. I'm doing it for the show, so it's like we need to watch this movie because Moth, Flame, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we get in, and it's just all comfy seats. The whole thing's comfy seats. I'm like, what's good up with here? And it turns out that there's comfy and then there's ultra comfy. So I go in and I'm sitting down and I'm like, okay, this is nice. This is, it's kind of like an office chair. It's got the back there like that. And then I look over there and there's like a little blue light embedded in the side of another chair. I was like, the hell is that? So I feel down there and my chair goes, pretty much my chair goes like this. I was like, what? And the cheap seats were recliners.
Right.
The only difference between that and the premier seats is they're a wee bit wider.
Yeah.
And they've got like a table that you can put stuff in, and that's it.
Right, let's talk less about the chairs. More about the film.
Because everybody was sitting there and they were all glued to the screen. And the other thing was that the screen was actually quite far away.
I'd have fell asleep.
You would have been fine. You'd have been fine. You'd have been like, this is great. And nobody took their phone out. And nobody.
We did a good audience actually as well.
And all that kind of stuff. And it was just very nice. And at the very end, everybody cheered and applauded.
Oh, that's nice.
Except for me. Because I was like this. No, you're crying.
Right, well, can we just talk about the end, right?
Well, skip to the end.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I was that satisfied with the ending, but I am glad that he didn't die. Because I thought he was going to either get left in Greece or wherever they were, or he was going to die. And I'm glad.
That's the way it was.
I'm glad they left it like that. That he was with Marion, and that was.
Do you know, the very start where it was Syracuse where it happened, where they were. So he's talking about the Battle of Syracuse. Every single person in the theater was like, because it's just down the road.
Is it?
Syracuse, New York. It's just down the road. They were all like, it's near us.
not there, not
No,
that
no,
one.
not there. No.
Yeah, so it started off with a de-aged Indy, and
It's.
people have been talking about that, saying it takes you out. Does it hell?
I
Didn't
thought they
take
did a
me
really
out.
good job.
And
They'll,
by the way, if you're saying that took you out, you're being very nitpicky because it
the
was not Robert De Niro giving somebody a kicking. De-aged, good.
it was good, good.
It was
Uh,
good, double
I
good.
thought so. There's two DH scenes, and it's
Yeah.
Indy at two stages in his life as well
Uh-huh,
that they do.
uh-huh. Yeah.
Um,
3 state will. Aye.
so first of all, the movie's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a romp through Indiana Jones, like he was going to chase the guy through time kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not. Thank God for
No.
that, because that would have been like, ugh, that would have been a bit too Crystal Scully. Um, the the de-aging part of it, it's a bold move, Cotton, to do that as your opening scene,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it worked really well.
So did I.
I was looking for the seams and and sort
Mm-hmm.
of checking it and all that kind of stuff. It's it's great. It's
And
really good.
it's a long
It's a
scene as
long
well.
scene, yeah. The only thing that
Uh,
was a bit ropey was there's a bit in it where he joins the train.
mm-hmm.
He runs along the top in the rain, and
Uh-huh.
it feels a bit like he's going like this.
Aye.
That was
Aye.
a bit, but then
Uh-huh.
again, there's
Woody
been
from Toy Story.
yeah a little bit. There's a snake in my boots. Like yeah, exactly. Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah.
But that was it. That was the only thing that was a bit kind of like. I mean, there's always been kind of ropey
Mm-hmm.
special effects in Indiana Jones movies that you can forgive.
Yeah.
The monkeys, for example.
You can't forgive that. But
No.
I think James Mangold, I don't know if he studied how the other films were made or what, but it felt so genuinely Indiana
Spielberg.
Jones,
Yes.
Spielbergy.
Yeah.
The sort of see the action sequences. They seem to me to be like almost like a dance. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like the
Yes.
choreography is like he's on one side of a mezzanine floor,
Uh-huh.
the other characters on the other side. They look at each other, and it's like that type of
Yeah.
thing, and it's very much kind of done like that. And all the action sequences were great.
Mhm.
I suppose in that sense, it did feel a little bit Indiana Jones by numbers. But if that's the worst thing you can say about it,
I went to see an Indiana Jones movie, and I left being disappointed by watching an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, exactly. And people also before I went in, I heard people saying about his age in it and stuff, and he's doing things that because he's 80, he wouldn't be doing things like that when he's 80 and stuff, or he wouldn't be able to do it. But he's not a normal 8-year-old. He's Indiana Jones.
I know. Well, he does mention it as well. The climbing
And
up
he
the
does
rock.
mention it, yeah.
He's climbing up
And
the
he
rock. He
and
goes, "Oh, have you ever been a pincushion in a voodoo
yeah,
doll, or
yeah. But you do feel sorry for him at certain
drink the
points as
blood of
well
Kali?"
about his age, and he's having to deal with this crap,
Yeah,
But yeah, it was. Did you like Phoebe Waller-Bridger in it?
I thought she was fine. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
thought her character. I thought she was great, but I thought her character wasn't that likable. That was the only thing.
I think. I mean, towards the end,
But she was meant to be. It was meant to be that way.
yeah, I think towards the, especially the sort of the end sequence where she kind of realized she was in it for at the very start of Indiana Jones. He says in Raiders, I think he says fame and fortune is not what you're supposed to be in it for. It's for the good of mankind. I can't remember what the exact line is, and she's in it for the fame and the fortune.
Yeah,
Like she states right at the start, it's for the fame and fortune.
Yeah,
And then when the end part happens, she realizes that there's bigger things, and that's when she becomes the character that she was destined to become.
Yes.
Which is, the handling over the mantle or whatever. If they do another movie,
no, they won't. Well, I hope not.
I don't think they will.
But she did save his life at the end of the day as well.
Exactly, yeah. So she did the right thing, and because she realized that there's bigger stakes, and it's not all about fortune and glory, kid. So it was yeah. I liked her arc. The character.
I'm not sure why they put the little kid in it though. I don't really know. Yeah, that was the only kind of thing I thought as well. It kind of gave you vibes of that, but it didn't really do much for me as far as adding anything to the, if it
Gave her
was
a bit of an
just
anchor.
been the two of them. I suppose maybe that was it.
I thought it was. I thought it was great the fact Salah was a cab driver in New York.
Yeah, I know. Oh, how good did Glasgow look as well?
I know, yeah, Glasgow.
Bloody hell. That was all filmed. I was trying to kind of explain to Daniel that we went up there when they were filming it. Well, they weren't filming on that day, but all the ticker tape stuff was there, and the vehicles were there and stuff, and you could recognise certain bits of Glasgow in it.
Yeah, because it was John Street. There's a bit where the CIA agent, she follows them down and she goes past John Street.
Yes,
that was the bit that I recognised the most.
But I mean, Harrison Ford was great in it. The emotional bits, God, when he got emotional, I was getting emotional. I was like, "No, you're crying." When they explained the whole, when they explained the whole why he's not in the movie because he went to Vietnam and he got killed, and he's like, "What would you say to him?" I'd tell him, "How would you convince him not to go?" I'd tell him he's going to die, and it's going to,
that bit was
relationship.
Really
that was heavy. Yeah, it was, got to me, man. It was like the last time I saw him do an emotional bit like that was Blade Runner. When he was talking about the Sean.
Yeah, in 2049. Yes. You got her eyes wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was that kind of emotional stuff. I think I really enjoyed it. I thought it was and you've got to see it in the cinema, I think, as well. It's one of those ones.
I think so, yeah.
I
think that definitely, yeah.
It must be, it dragged your bum off your leather seat and onto another comfy leather seat.
I was promised a comfy leather seat, and I got one. I mean, to be honest, I think that anytime I go back to the cinema now, I'll go to that theater now.
Yeah,
because I don't know, it's a nicer theater, and the clientele seem to be a little bit more behaved, and maybe it's because of the surroundings, maybe it's just because it doesn't look crap or whatever.
We're the same actually. Silverburn's our preferred, but I did end up going to Kilmarnock today. But everybody was really well behaved, and we were all locked in on it,
Yeah.
So it's good. The only other criticism I would say about it is maybe it's a little bit long. Did you feel it?
There was a couple of bits that kind of dragged a little bit.
Overall.
Yeah. Because there was a couple of car chases in it. I'm like, could probably have done without one of these car chases.
Aye.
It didn't have to be there. But the only thing it didn't. There was a couple of bits it didn't have. It didn't have the sort of lengthy explanation at the start as to why the Dial of Destiny was important, which is a kind of standard thing in
I know, but
Indy, people have been chasing this for years, and that
along the way, I suppose they did.
Did explain it.
Various people. Mads was great in it as well.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, plays the baddie. Strangely enough.
Yeah, he's always
his go-to bad guy.
Yeah, he's great though.
Yeah,
and of course his brother's playing Thrawn and Ahsoka.
That's right. Yeah.
As well, so that'll be interesting.
Kevin. Yeah. Kevin Mikkelsen.
Kevin, Bobby Mikkelsen.
Bobby Mikkelsen.
Rab. We've managed to get to 0 viewers. Yay!
We did it.
Right, I need to go to the toilet now. I'm gonna pee myself.
Okay, you go and I'll.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Or you want to end the show just now?
I thought you said you go. I thought that's what you said.
All right, no, we can end the show just now. I don't think we got anything else to say. Okay, folks. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button, notification bell, and we will offer you timely reminders of when we put up a new video. And of course, smash that old like button and share. It really does help us. For all of you who watched and decided to leave because we were talking Indiana Jones, thank you so much for watching. We did, yes, to be fair. Thank you very much for watching or going along with us, and we'll catch you in the next episode. So until next time, bye.
Cheers.